Hello and welcome to the second part of this raw focus video tutorial. First part we had a look at ACR and we used vibrance and clarity just to clean up the image and pull out a little bit more detail. In Photoshop CS3 you can take that a lot further and use the tone curves just to really draw back some of that blown highlight detail. Photoshop Elements, what we're going to do is we're going to use the color curves to start to adjust those highlight areas. So firstly we're going to go to our color curves. I'm going to duplicate our background layer just by dragging and dropping it straight onto the new layer icon. Then I'm going to go up to Enhance, Adjust Color, and I'm going to select our Adjust Color Curves. First thing I want to do is just to adjust the highlights, just to pull those down a little bit. So if I take the top slider, I'm just going to move that down to the left, and as I do that you'll just see a little bit more tonal information in those highlight areas of the picture. If you drag it down too far you'll start to see a sort of muddiness coming into the highlights. So if we take it down just about a third of the way down the slider, and we can see that's got quite a nice effect. If we compare that with the before picture and the after, you're really starting to see quite a bit of detail starting to come out of those petals. Now we want to just increase the contrast of these highlight areas, so what we're going to do is just increase the mid-tone brightness just a touch. And what that does is it just increases the tone of the mid-tones. So they just get that little bit lighter and it evens out some of those highlights. So once you're happy with that and the adjustments that it's made, just click OK. That'll apply the tone curve adjustments to the picture. Just take a look at before and after. Although it looked quite subtle when you're actually doing those adjustments, the realism of the results when you look at the before and after is actually quite amazing. You've got quite a lot of detail that's suddenly appeared within those blown highlight petals. Okay, we've now sorted out basically our colour and our tone. What we want to do now is a little bit of dust busting. So we're going to use a spot healing brush. So the best thing to do when using spot healing is just zoom into 100%. So go Control or Apple Plus to zoom in to 100. At 100% you'll see down in the bottom left it just shows you what percentage the image is. Hold down your space bar and then you can just left click to move around the picture. In the tool palette on the left hand side just scroll down till you get to the spot healing brush, and then you can drag that into the picture and very quickly just clicking on those dust particles, just click on them and very quickly they'll start to disappear. Now the idea is that your brush size should be just larger than the actual dust particle that you're trying to get rid of. To increase or decrease the brush size, just use the square bracket keys on your keyboard, and then to move around the screen just hold down spacebar and left click. So you need to spend a few minutes just cleaning up all of the dust patches on this picture, and then in the next part we'll just take a look at selective sharpening. So what we're going to do is just to sharpen up the top and round the bulb of this flower here.